We are going live. Give me a second to verify. And you are live.
Okay, greetings everyone. The meeting is called to order. The first item of business is the approval of the minutes. I'd like to correct the agenda, or just to confirm that we did receive the June 1 meeting minutes. The June 1 meetings, that we can those, Commissioner, take those. Okay. So we can remove those from the, I would like a motion to approve the June minutes. Commissioner Pitt sent those out a considerable time ago. Has everyone had those?
Motion to accept June minutes.
Is there a second? Is there a second?
And I second them since I prepared them.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll second.
Okay. Motion, motion being made and second, by roll call, Thomas votes yes. Commissioner Rice, we have to do roll call for. Yeah. I can hear you. We can't hear you, Commissioner Rice.
I didn't say anything. I've made the motion, yes.
Yeah, so now we're voting on the motion.
Oh,
And
yes,
so-
I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries.
I'm typing the minutes, bear with me.
Okay, Commissioner Pitt, do you vote? We are
Aye.
voting? Yeah. Commissioner Lee?
Aye.
Great, the June minutes have passed. At this point, the October, Commissioner Rice, you were correct. We did receive the September 21st, on or about the 21st meeting minutes. I believe we accepted those at the last meeting. So that leaves April, May, and October outstanding. I will contact the secretary who was unable to make it to attend this meeting for status on those. We can resolve
We did
those.
not vote on the September minutes because I didn't have them in at the last meeting.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't have record of having received those in my email.
okay. Okay.
I'm looking for them also.
I sent them to the chair and to Attorney York.
Oh,
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't know I was supposed to send it to the whole group.
No.
You are perfectly fine. You did a marvelous job. I will send that minute. I can forward that to everyone.
All travelers are required to wear
Right.
face masks with no vents or openings. Covers their noses for the duration of their visit. Under 2 years old or exempt.
Oh, okay.
Face masks also
Brent, is
cover
it possible for you to mute and unmute? There's a lot of background noise.
between 5 and 10.
Thanks.
Okay, great. All right, so I'm forwarding this to all the commissioners as we speak. Okay. Okay. Okay, September minutes. Okay, perhaps we can, I've now sent that off, the September minutes, that was previously forwarded by Commissioner Rice. My apologies, and those were the minutes of the September 21st meeting. If Have you had a chance to review those, or we can circle back?
I move to accept them so that we can review them and
Okay, there's a motion by Commissioner Pitt to accept the minutes of September 21, 2021. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Lee. At this time, is there any discussion? Okay.
could we take a minute to review them?
Certainly.
So I have a question. Did we have draft letters sent out to the acknowledging receipt of these complaints? I thought I saw that happened.
Draft letters, that was addressed in the October meeting. And draft letters have been sent.
Well, I was
Okay.
just looking at the minutes where it says, and the only thing it says about those complaints is that we tabled them till this meeting. So I was just
Until
wondering if that's,
October's meeting.
oh, right. I'm sorry. This is
We're one
September,
meeting
Yeah, there was
not the
behind.
last meeting. Got it.
So the only correction I would have is that on item number 3D, Commissioner Pitt, had been working on training, some of the training materials. It was in fact Attorney Belfance who was working on the binder. It was the law department who put the binder together. But I had volunteered to do some of the materials, training orientation materials. Just a small thing.
Okay.
But just want to give
Okay.
credit where credit is due.
Okay,
Who did the binders just for? I'm sorry.
The Akron Law Department.
Okay, just say Akron Law
Akron Law
Department.
Department.
Thank you. I will make those corrections and send those back out. Thank you.
So I
Thank you.
would adjust my motion to move to approve with that correction.
Okay. Is there a second for the corrected motion to the amended motion to accept the corrected minutes?
A second.
Okay, second by Commissioner Lee. Beginning the roll call vote, Esther Thomas to accept, agrees to accept the minutes. I can't, Commissioner Pitt,
Aye.
Commissioner Rice,
Aye.
Commissioner Lee.
Aye.
Okay, the motion passes to accept the September minutes with those amendments. On to old business, status, item 2A, status of conciliation on 19 ARC 13. It's still outstanding. I have had a conversation with all the parties, multiple conversations. I am awaiting the respondents. I'm waiting a call from the respondents' counsel. Okay, so I will say that is ongoing. Item B, conciliation of 20-003, Commissioner Lee.
This item is also ongoing. We have traded calls. I have frankly been unavailable a fair amount, but we have left a couple of messages. So I'm afraid we have to boot this one more month.
Okay, thank you. On to item C, status of complaints. I'm going to go through 1 through 5. These are at the beginning of their process. Letters scheduling the initial complainant meeting will be sent out, and I'll have more of a full report at our next meeting. With regard to case number 2112, Commissioner Rice, is there an update you'd like to give?
Yes, there was a meeting that was scheduled on yesterday at 10 o'clock. The complainant's telephone number was inaccurate. The Akron Housing emailed the complainant, and we received an updated telephone number. It has been rescheduled for November 9th. It has,
Okay.
not November 9th, I stand corrected, November 8th, I think. It has been rescheduled for November 8th at 10 o'clock.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Regarding item 7, 21A CRC 10, at our last meeting, there was a jurisdictional question. This matter, as the commissioners might recall, the complainant and the respondent reside or have business in City of Akron. The rental occurred in a neighboring jurisdiction. And so we did have a question with regard to whether or not that fit into the jurisdiction of the ACRC. I invite comments with regard to this matter. Or if we need to go into executive session, is that, John, are we able to go in an executive session?
Well, Eve, I don't know if you wanted to speak to this, Eve?
Yeah, I don't know that we need to go into executive session. I think that the recommendation was to proceed with investigation because while it may be that there, upon further investigation, there is cause to understand that from a factual matter, there could have been some discriminatory activity that happened within the jurisdiction, albeit the remedy may not involve the property because it's outside of the jurisdiction. So I think that we don't have enough information to actually, other than to know that it would be important to investigate and try to nail down additional facts, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds good. Given that that was the same complainant who had filed the other 5 cases, I will add that to. I will add that to.
And could you mute yourself again?
All those matters together.
Thanks.
Commissioner Lee?
I was just apologizing for not muting myself.
No, it's okay. All right. Item D, if there's not any other questions or conversation regarding that matter, item D, the semi-annual report, the chair is still working on it. I will endeavor to have that to you no later than the end of this week. You've heard it, so that will be for the Commission's review. Item E, training update, Commission binders. I believe following our Commissioner Pitt with regard to our training that occurred on October 11th, which was after our October meeting. Would you like to talk about any of that at this time?
We had a good meeting. We went over some of the basic details and we're able to talk about, I think, some future plans for additional training. I think that covers it.
Okay, yeah. I would like to commend Commissioners Pitt and Rice and Commissioner Lee for a very lively and engaging conversation regarding process and procedures, and those will be ongoing as we move forward. Item F, with regard to calendaring of executive team to meet monthly, we've had some challenges and sort of getting everyone's calendar. So we will be doing that to the first of which I hope will be this month, so that we can finalize some of the procedural documents for investigations. On to new business. We received a filing on or about October 19th, case number 21 ACRC 13. Has everyone had an opportunity to take a look at this? I do want to point out that although it alleges employment discrimination, the respondent is a governmental entity, the Summit County Adult Probation Department, which challenges, I don't believe is covered by the ordinance. Anyway, and I will note that given that this falls outside of our jurisdiction, I believe, John, am I correct on that? Mr. York?
Yes, Chair Thomas, you are correct. The ordinance actually uses the term political subdivision of the state of Ohio. So you're correct.
Yeah. I would believe that this matter is ripe for dismissal, but given that this individual has other administrative remedies that he may pursue, but not through the ACRC, given our ordinance. Is there a motion? Is there a motion to dismiss this matter?
I move to dismiss this as being beyond our jurisdiction.
Okay. The motion made by, thank you, Commissioner Lee. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, Commissioner Rice, at this point, any additional discussion or for this matter? Okay, having said none, we'll do a roll call. Commissioner Pitt, what say you?
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioner Pitt. Commissioner Rice, what say you?
Aye.
Commissioner Lee?
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas? Aye. Motion carries. I will kindly ask the law department to send out that dismissal. Item 4, reading of public comment. Do we have any
I
public
checked,
comment?
yes, I checked the mailbox this afternoon. There were no public comments.
Okay.
Dr. Rice, there were some back and forth between you and the investigation you're working on.
Yes.
So there's no need to copy the ACRC mailbox. You may not have done that. The other side might have done that, but if you could kind of cut that off the chain going forward, that would be helpful.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you. Sure.
Okay. Regarding other public comments, there was going to be a follow-up regarding I think there was a matter. Perhaps we can add that to next month's agenda if there's not any contact been made. I believe it was another subdivision that was interested in starting a civil rights commission. Okay. Commissioner Lee?
I was supposed to talk to somebody, wasn't I? Got it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, well, we'll add that to the next month's agenda. Well, is there, item 5 is adjournment, but prior to adjournment, is there any informational items for the good of the order?
Yes, I was just going to share with the commission members present and also the staff. And I had communicated with the chair earlier. I have agreed to take on some significant additional responsibilities with Asian Services in Action to be chair of their board. And as a consequence, I'm going to be stepping down from the commission in January. And I will be sending a more formal notice to all involved. And there will be more time for other communication. But I just wanted to let you know that as soon as possible.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner Lee. Asia Inc. gain is certainly our loss, but I'm sure that you'll do fantastic as your service here and as a founding member of the Akron Civil Rights Commission. You will be missed, but we have your cell phone number and your contact information. It will be used. So thank you so much for your service, and thank you for that timely notice. All right, is there any other announcements? Okay, there being none, I'll make a motion to adjourn, although I'm, if there's any objections to adjournment, we will call this meeting to a close at 4:57.